Live from New York, it's Wayne's World.
Are you ready? It's 6 o'clock.
Yeah, it's live. We're live.
Oh,
Yeah, I already went live.
there you
Yeah,
go.
I
You
got
started
John.
with your hair that
Yeah, yeah.
you're gonna finally get it cut today.
I'm finally getting a cut today.
All
All
right,
right,
got
guys.
that
Yeah, we're gonna have to go over
notification.
here and like and share into your groups and all that fun stuff. Let's go over to the driver side, the page itself. Oh boy, page. Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Wow. Well, hello. Damn. Y'all are quick this morning. Look at you. Damn it, you people waiting for me? Little boogerheads. Sheila, you're a boogerhead.
Oh, okay.
No, that number's. Holy cow. Okay, well. Holy cow. Look at that face, Sheila. Oh my God. All right. Well, dang. That number went. Wayne's World. It's Wayne's World. What's wrong with me?
I don't know.
All right, here we go. That number jumped fast. That's the fastest I've ever seen it grow.
Well, that's good.
Oh, thank you, guys. I love you. I love each and every one of you. Yeah, my hair's done. Good morning, everybody. I'm Wayne Campbell, and this is the driver's side. Real drivers, real talk. It's a great morning in the world. I mean, I'm happy. I'm just happy to be alive. I'm sad what's going on in the world. 3 more million Americans on unemployment. 30 something million Americans out of work.
Yep.
But Renee Anderson is going to work at Hallahan Transport. She'll be there today. People are getting laid off left and right out there in the world, even in the transportation industry. But the driver's side has found somebody a job, Renee Anderson. Well, it just worked out that way. I didn't find nothing. Let's not. It's not the driver's. It's just good people still out there.
Right.
That's what I'm happy about. Remember, guys, we are sponsored by Trucker Tools, so please download that app, tap that app, and let us know how that app is working for you. Yeah, I'm feeling it this morning, Sheila. I am.
I can
Truck washes,
tell.
all that stuff over there. Let's go to some people real quick. I'm feeling it this morning. I really am. Brandon Carpenter, good morning. Keith Becker, good morning. John, my man Herdrich, good morning. See you soon. Scott, Charles Bundy. Remember, don't forget to check out Independent Truckers Broadcasting over there with Sean Mitchell. I love that guy. I like them. John Grosner, them. Billy Joel, good morning. Marlene K. Evento, good morning. I hope I said that right. Billy Joe Burrell, good morning. How are you? Remember, guys, like and share into your groups. I'm going a little fast this morning. I'm getting a look at it. Slow down, pal. I'm happy. I'm happy. Shelly Conway's here from Trucks and Room to Spare.
Yes,
I'm
she is.
stoked about that. She's one of my favorite people in the
Yeah,
truck industry.
she's a good
Hands
lady.
down. Hands down, one of my favorite people
Yeah, she's a
within the
good
truck
lady.
industry. I mean, she's got a heart of gold. There you go, John. Freeze. Trucker's heart of gold. Never mind. Sorry. That's an inside joke.
Oh, okay.
Crazy stuff going on today. Crazy, crazy. We did our intro, right? My wife's so sweet. She got all this stuff in it. So in the news, though, it's some sad things going on within the news. Truck sales down 50%.
Yeah, for the month of April.
For the month of April, truck sales are down 50%. I mean, it's pandemic. It's a pandemic.
Right.
Oh, boy. And freight is down 25%.
It's a lot. It's hitting everything.
Shipping freight is down 25%. Man, that's crazy. Good morning. God, Aaron, you guys are just jumping up in here. Good morning, Moses. How are you? Good morning from Springfield, Massachusetts. Man, ooh, Massachusetts. Speaking of Massachusetts, I'm going to Missouri. I don't know why I said that in Massachusetts, but it reminded me that I'm going to Missouri. It's a done deal. I'm going back to SPB.
Next week.
I leave next. I'll be arriving next Wednesday. Gary Jones has confirmed with me that I can go ahead and head out, and then after SPB trucking, I'll be going to Wisconsin. I'll be going to Wisconsin. I'll be going to just visit those cheeseheads. Herdrich, the green leprechaun, the emerald green queen. I'm hoping to get up to see Brandon.
Right?
I'm hoping to get up to see Brandon. So, what's going on, guys? What are you guys seeing out there? What's going on? Should we bring Shelly in and then talk about what's going on up there, or should we? What should we do here? Should we just go ahead and bring her in,
Sure.
or should I go over? Should I go over what happened up there yesterday, a
No,
second
no, no,
half,
no. No.
or should I go over it with her?
Yeah, bring it.
Should I go and bring Shelly Conway in? The Shelly Conway? I haven't heard of that.
Conway Way.
Conway Way? Conway Way?
Yeah.
What's wrong with me today? Seriously. Seriously. Look, I can bull crap. Freight is down more than that. Yeah, I'm sure, John. John, we'll
I
get
wish
you
I
on
could freight
Sunday.
freight.
Sunday, John. Sunday's like 3 days away, John. We're like 3 days away from for the better of the industry. So don't forget, guys, we are here every every morning, Monday through Friday, 6 a.m.
Right.
As of now. Time slot has not changed, but the number one show is Sunday nights at 5 Pacific Standard Time for the better of the industry. When you have the panel, people need to start getting more involved in that. They really do. I feel like they really need to do. So, but so they're already cheering for Shelly.
Yeah.
They're over here cheering for Shelly. You got bring her on. Bring our girl in. You know what, Sean? You know what, Sean, Mr. Mitchell? You got it. Here she comes. Dun 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 dun. Hi, beautiful.
Hi, Wayne. How are you?
I'm happy to see you.
Well,
I know.
I
I
kind of
know.
try to hide out.
I know. I know. I know. What's going on with you? Where are you at? What are you doing? I see trucks behind you, but I know that's not a truck stop. Them trees are too pretty and green.
Nope, I'm at the yard. We've parked everything we got. Rates are too cheap. You know, got enough money saved up. The trucks that have payments can make for a couple of months. So we're just holding out.
Well, I guess we can hold out and have coffee together. Huh?
I got my unemployment because
You did.
I'm a company driver now.
You got
Oh
unemployment card.
yeah,
Well, I mean, I guess that would be a good suggestion for other people within the industry that are not working right now and that are just sitting
exactly.
around and just sitting around, hanging out.
Yeah, I got my
God.
unemployment started. We're sitting. So
Well, that was a jab at Washington, personally.
well, you know.
I know. I know. I
A lot of
love you.
people aren't using the resources that are available to them at this time. And a lot
Correct.
of states
Correct.
haven't opened it up. So, but they just
Correct.
have to stay on it because
Right.
Indiana, where I run out of, they opened it up, and within 24 hours they started sending payments. So,
Yeah. And it's I don't that's the unemployment thing's really really crazy because I know that I don't know if it's the companies that are doing it, but some are saying because some people haven't got it yet, like through my wife's work, and they're
right.
saying
Well,
that it just they were let go because it was just insubordination. That should have never happened. Yeah, right.
surely to goodness you
It's
can contest that.
it's the funny fishy stuff that shouldn't happen that's happening to some of these
Right.
people, and it's delaying the money and it's choking them out. So,
Right.
but we're not here for unemployment. I'm here to talk to you about what's the driver's side's nonprofit up to? Trucks at Room to Spare.
Well, as I posted on our page, there's already a tropical depression that's fixing to form out in the Gulf, or not in the Gulf, but in the Atlantic. So hurricane season is upon us already, and we're in the process of trying to get all of our resources together, connecting with drivers. For the last 2 years, we've done everything we possibly can to help support the disaster movement. But, you know, every year we need more help. So I'm constantly looking for people that are willing to step up and help.
And I promise to step up a little more this year. I know I've been very busy, and I know that sometimes we don't speak for a little while, and I know
That don't mean nothing.
I know that don't mean nothing, but I want to make sure that I'm pulling my weight that for you guys because it's important that we're here for each other. It's hard to find good people in this world today. It just really is that are not out just for themselves. There's a seven. I almost went live from the 7 Mile food line down the way here, and I'm just not
You
going to do
should
that.
have.
I should have, but you know what, Shelly? Some of these people they've never been in a food line before, and I really don't want to put it out there. It's there, it's happening. We know it. I know
Yeah.
the impact of it. I could have got ratings because last time I did something from a food line, I had 20,000 views, and I'm not trying to do that.
There's a lot of areas that have things a lot worse than, when you think you've hit rock bottom, there's always somebody that's worse off than you. You've got families, single mothers that their kids can't go to school. They're trying to figure out how to, if they're essential and working still, they got to figure out what to do with their children and how to feed them because they lose the food during the day during school.
Yeah,
And a lot of the schools are stepping up, and the bus drivers are actually delivering meals to the houses now. So,
I'm glad you said that because the schools are stepping up. And it's a lot
That's
of these
great.
kids. And you nailed it. You freaking nailed it. And thank you, because that's why I have important, so I don't forget the actual reasons and what's actually going on. Because a lot of kids that go to schools they get free lunch. They get a free lunch
Yeah,
and they depend on that lunch. And that's
right.
kind of what triggered these. I know out here in Vegas is what triggered these schools and these pantries and people to donate in masses out here, because we are a tourist city, and we're not going to, just because America opens doesn't mean Vegas is back.
Right, exactly. You depend on tourism so much, and there's a lot of areas that are like that. And just because everything opens back up doesn't mean that the tourism is going to bounce back right away, just like the trucking industry. We already know once things open back up, we're still looking at 30 to 60 days before things start moving good for us. So if people don't have a plan yet, they need to make one.
That's why I worry about them people in Washington. I do. I actually worry about them. I don't think they're up there protesting, and they're actually going through doing what they're so hyper focused on what they want for change, that I don't think they know what's going on out in the real world.
Well, it's hard to
Because they're
lose
gonna,
sight.
what industry are they coming back to?
We got a whole lot more problems now besides rates.
Right, 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 right. It blows me away. It's
Yeah, we
sad,
got a
and
whole
I
lot
don't
more
want to pull you into
problems.
that. I don't want to pull you into that.
I
I don't.
appreciate
I
that.
don't, because I'll talk about it here when I'm done. I'm not going to keep you on forever, because oh boy, empty promises already. Oh God. Hello,
But,
drivers.
you know, there's things that are happening all over the country. We've still got disasters. We still got people that are living in their cars after the campfire fires in California. I mean, there's
what?
there's just so much destruction going on, and it's a new year. And if 2020 continues to be anything like what it's been before, it's going to be a hell of a ride.
All right, so PPEs. I know you're a part of that, and I know you're handing out masks, and I know you're handing out sanitizer. What's going on there?
Well, we have drivers that have volunteered to step up, and I mail out packages to drivers that go around to the truck stops, and if drivers need them, they hand them out. We ask for a donation if they can afford it. If they don't feel comfortable giving it to the driver that gives it to them, they're welcome to go to our website, truckswithroomtospare.org, and make their donation there. It just helps us to continue to buy PPE. And we have a lot. Oh my goodness. I got 70 masks in the mail yesterday, and I was just like floored. So we have a lot more to be able to hand out to drivers now. I know
That's awesome.
sanitizers starting to become a little easier to get, but the masks sometimes are still a problem.
Well, I think they need to dig into price gouging on the sanitizer, because you go to your local store, it's like $8 for a small bottle. Like, bastards.
Some
Not
areas
going to
are
get into
seeing that, yes.
that. But it's people like you that I want close to me, and I keep close to me, because, well, you're a good person, Shelly, and I know also you got some good people that work with you. I know Cheryl Pollard and Jay Bird were out there the other day handing out sanitizer. They're out there
Yes,
barbecuing at
they
the truck
were.
stop. That was really
And
cool. Shout out to them.
Lisa and Lee Schmidt are in DC, and they have
Right,
hand sanitizer as well.
right, right.
Uh,
So
Lisa
what?
Dowd is on the West Coast, and she's going to be handing it out. So
You got people everywhere.
I'm working on it. I need more. I need more hands. It makes things
So
easier.
speaking of that, so what would you want to say to our drivers here that are watching, and that are out there? That how can people help Trucks with Room to Spare, along with myself, even more?
Well, we always need drivers that can help transport, whether it's one pallet or a truckload. We are a nonprofit, so your donation of your time and your equipment is tax deductible according to IRS guidelines. Most of our shipments do also come with a fuel donation or operating expense donation to help the driver to recompensate some of their loss. Those are mostly on full truckloads. Um, if you want to get involved, but you can't haul a load, maybe your company won't let you, we do constantly take donations to help pay for the fueling of the drivers that can. Um, and it's easy. We're on Facebook, Trucks with Room to Spare. We're got a website, truckswithroomtospare.org. You can call us at 866 303 0388. And my extension is 101. You're welcome to call and talk to me, and I'll give you more information on how to get involved in what we're doing.
And if you didn't get any of that, just reach out to the driver's side. I'll get you in touch with Shelly. Not a problem.
There you go.
She's one of my favorite. I love this lady. I love everything about you. I love the organization. I love what it's called. Trucks with room to spare for a reason. Drivers that have room to spare in their truck, and you're heading towards that natural disaster relief area, and you want to feel good, and you want to feel part of something, and you want to feel appreciated. Well, this is the organization to do it with. I tell you that right now. There's no other feeling to pull up, and I know because when I watched Cheryl Pollard do it almost a year ago, and she pulled up and she loaded up those crates and all that stuff, and then got off and did it in less than 30 minutes, and then headed off and then
Yep.
donated it. That was awesome.
These people that we work with, these nonprofits, they're great. They understand that we're on a time crunch, and they understand that they need to work with us to do what we need to do so we can keep going. And I tell them all, I go over manifests of what shipments they have. Uh, we try to make it as easy as possible for the drivers to get them in quickly.
I love you so much, and I just wanted to remind people about Trucks Room to Spare. I wanted. Whoa.
Sorry.
You're good. You're good. I'm not going to keep you too much longer, and I wanted to. You know me. I want to pull you in and say, "Okay, what do you think about Washington?" But I'm not going to do that today, Shelley. I'm not. I'm not gonna pull you into that drama. I am going to keep this professional and.
Hang on a minute. My headset. All right. I think I can hear you now. Oh, God. It's crazy.
Are you good now?
Yeah, for some reason. I can hear you through the phone, though.
Okay.
It's
well,
okay.
Like I was saying, I wanted to have you on to remind people about Trucks with Room to Spare, where they can find it, and if they want to feel good about something within their career today, that they can find that within Trucks with Room to Spare. I'm going to let you go. I love you. I love you.
I love you too, dear.
And I will continue to promote and push Trucks with Room to Spare. You are everything to me, Shelley. I love you. I'll talk to you soon. Check out Trucks with
We
Room to Spare.
appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Bye. Everybody, that's Shelley Conway with Trucks with Room to Spare because, well, that's our nonprofit. It makes me feel good. You know what? It's sad that we have to have a nonprofit like that. That we have to have people to rush in natural. It's good that we have the people. It's sad that why we have to have it. Because things get tore up and unfortunately people can't get what they need.
Right.
Good morning.
And Mother Nature doesn't stop because of pandemics or
No, Mother Nature doesn't stop.
or anything else. It
No,
doesn't
they
matter.
don't. So, good morning, Gary Jones. I see you, bro. I'm coming. Missouri, coming back next week. Remember, guys, SPB Trucking, driver side, Peasterbilt, Jones Customs, all next week. I cannot wait. And then I go to Wisconsin, Rob Hallahan. All right, let's get to what's going on. Let's get to talking here. What's coming out of Transportation Nation this morning? It's Thursday. My wife's like, "What the hell are you talking about, Transportation Nation?" All right, so let's see here. Gary, they will be cheap to buy soon. I don't know what Rob's talking about. To Gary, nice hair. Thank you, Gary. Let's get to you guys. All right, let's go over here see what's going on out of there. Did anybody see what happened in Washington? They got some stuff. They're getting some stuff done. They got them a representative from the chief of staff from the White House.
Right.
I mean, he's going to get done hours of service taken care of by the end of the week.
Right. Well.
What? What? Got all the promises.
Well, yeah.
Right, 4 to 6 weeks. This trucking industry is going to be fixed.
What?
What? What? I want to go off on them, right? I mean, yes, you did get the chief of staff to come out. Good job. Great job. You guys look like sheeple. Sorry, I said it. They look like sheeple out there. All this. And if anybody knows better, it's Landis. It's Mike Landis. And if anybody knows any better, it's the dude Mike Landis from his $50 a month program. Stop it. Stop it. And they're staying another week to make sure that things that they got promised get taken care of. Are you nuts?
Well,
Man.
it was already announced anyways that the hours of service were going to be extended.
Well, here's my question about that. He said that hours of service were going to get extended. He's going to take care of that by the end of the week. He actually took care of that before he went out there. It did. It got extended.
Till July.
Is that what he's referring to?
It could be.
Well,
Or
he
to
could
get through the political fluff,
he could definitely
you know?
use that. He can definitely use that. So if anybody doesn't know what happened in Washington yesterday, the chief of staff came out yesterday, talked to the drivers, and he bullshitted them. Excuse my language. Prove me wrong.
It was definitely sunshine, rainbows, and fluff. That's for sure.
Well, rates are $6 a mile today. Rob says.
Nice.
Rob, I'm gonna kill you. Keep messing. I hope he's not messing with me. Oh boy, Sean Mitchell. Now let's not bang on the FMCSA. Yes, Legion Smith, I said it. Yeah. Well, here's the deal. Let's go to the notes. Okay, let's go to my notes. Okay, Washington. I called it the Washington Okie Doke. It's the old Washington two-step. Do we trust Washington? Seriously. Chief of Staff sent out to talk to the drivers.
Right.
He brought up Chow right away. Because he talked to Chow the day before.
Correct.
He said, I talked to Chow yesterday. Nothing would be done for 4 to 6 weeks, he says. And then hours of service extended until mid-July, because he said he was going to do something about 8 hours of service right away. He gave his private personal email and promise to follow up. Follow up. I'm sorry. It's not funny, but it is funny. It's really not that funny because I don't know. I know the guy Mike Landis that was up there knows better. He does. He said it. We've been down there we've been down the block 1,000 times. We've banged on those doors 1,000,000 times. If anybody doesn't realize that years ago, the deaf community, the deaf truckers, the ones that can't hear, went and fought the FMCSA. And they technically won because they got a waiver for the hearing.
Right.
A waiver for the hearing test. So why is the hearing test still in the physical test to get your license if there's a waiver for it? That should tell you about Washington right there.
Right. More red tape.
Right. So, but anyway, he gave up the chief of staff gave his personal private email to follow up. Constant reminder of the pandemic. He was constantly reminding you. Do you guys not realize there's a pandemic? We got to take care of these other Americans first. And then the thing that he said that bothered me the most, because it proves what you guys are doing up there. You guys want to preach unity. We're up here united. We're united. We need your support. And then the chief of staff, literally, after listening to you guys for 5 minutes, says you guys are more divided than Congress down the street. The trucking industry is more divided than Congress. Directly from the chief of staff of the White House. Hope you're proud. Hope you're proud. I hope you're proud.
Well,
they're getting national attention during a pandemic, Cheryl. There's a 7-mile food line down the way. A 7-mile food line. They're getting national attention during a pandemic, so put the asterisk next to the attention. And what did they do to that bus protest yesterday? Has anybody noticed those buses that were there yesterday? That was a planned protest that was interrupted. Cheryl Pollard, look, Wayne, I love you, but they are getting national attention. I know it's a smokescreen on the chief of staff, but we need to stay positive. The protest is bigger than ever. Letting thank them. Not sure, not hurt the movement. What movement, Cheryl? What movement? Low rates, safety, and the chief of staff tells you there's a pandemic. I don't understand what you guys are not seeing. 30 something million Americans out of work. Who's going to buy the stuff you haul? Hello? I don't think you guys are taking the rest of America into consideration. Right. Stephen only, and I know he will. I'm trying to get away from this because America's opening. It's going back. Your trucking industry has changed. Let me say something, drivers, to the ones that are in Washington. The ones that are in Washington, you already got change in the trucking industry. You have remote testing going on. Did you know that? You got change. Remote testing is happening currently right now. I don't understand the mentality. Well, I guess it's blinders when you're so hyper-focused on what you want for your trucking industry. Because I know, like Rob Hallahan says, the buses had nothing to do with the trucks, even claiming they move America. No, they move Americans. Truckers move America, correct. They do. They move. They're the people movers that move the people of America. I agree. I agree with you, Rob. And I see how you got offended in moving America. I kind of did too. Stop it, drivers. But they're drivers too. And they're brothers and sisters too. Whether their freight's in a box or it's a person. They're people. I don't get it. Don't get it. I don't get it. You got men like Rob Hallahan. Hiring somebody during a pandemic that was going to lose everything they have. And the company that let her go gave her her truck. That's the good part about this. Is Renee Anderson found a job through the driver's side with Rob Hallahan, who I look to for advice within the trucking industry. People can claim they love trucking. People can say all this, but unless you're in that seat technically and fighting for your company and your drivers to stay moving, stop. I have to go to Rob Hallahan almost 4 or 5 times a week. I have to call John Herdrich every day. Gary Jones from SBB. All these men and women I stay in touch with on a freaking daily. Because I don't have a right to speak about the trucking industry technically. But I do have a right to watch and see what's going on within this industry. Because it's the industry that takes care of me in every way. Boy, I don't want to go ranting. But people can sure piss me the hell off. What?
Nothing you almost into.
You know, and then I've met freaking awesome people like Kelly Shane Richardson. We're busy with freight. Refineries haven't slowed down. They haven't. I know the mills up in Oregon are pumping. Stop it. And I can't wait. You know what, Brandon? I got to see what I can do. I'm leaving for Missouri Wednesday. I got Sunday show. I got tomorrow's show. I got Sunday show, and then Monday, Tuesday, and then I'm gone Wednesday. I'm on the road, and then I'm flying into Missouri, and then I'm driving to Wisconsin. I'm hitting this road. I'm getting out there. I'm done. Me and the wife are selling everything. We're getting an RV. I'm taking the driver's side on the road. It's over. I'm not going to deal with it. I'm going to do the best I can. We're going to do the best I can to not have to deal with the government, technically. I don't know if you guys are not understanding what's going on in this country. You know, they say, here's the funny thing. This Janet Sanchez said they're staying in Washington another week to make sure, to observe the change that they were promised. You weren't promised anything. You were told to look into it and follow up. My God.
And basically pass it on to others, which was Chow.
4 to 6 weeks, and he told you guys don't even need to be where you're parked. I don't know why you go to the White House. He said, go down the street to Congress, who tried to pass a bill yesterday that's supposed to help Americans, and that got rejected. Amen to you, brother. I believe it's a distraction, DC, so the panels behind the scenes can work on what needs to be done. Everyone looking one way while the ones behind curtain is building solutions. It's over. They're putting things in place left and right. Left and right. It's the Washington okey doke. Come on, people. The old Washington two step. That dude swam around. Yeah, I mean, that guy's had you guys circling the drain like no man's business yesterday.
You're stupid.
I'm sorry, he did. I'm listening to him, and then he had the freaking balls to say, "You guys are more divided than Congress." What a cheap shot!
Right.
What a cheap shot! I'm sorry. It is what it is, and I'm glad that it's pretty much over.
So what is he really saying with that? I mean, what was he saying? That some people were asking for some things, others were asking for another, and that everyone couldn't come together on what was actually wrong and what they were asking for? Because that's how I took it when he said, as far as being divided.
Drivers keep going to Washington. It just makes no sense. It doesn't make sense. Storm the capitals in your states. But then again, that's not really working either because they stormed the Capitol. Was it Michigan? With the guns? I mean, they stormed the Capitals with assault
Yeah,
rifles.
they don't mess around.
I mean, come on. That's just crazy. Uh-oh. I just messed. Maybe it's just my headphones. I got to go buy headphones today. Oh, boy.
Do you want
Here
me
we
to turn it
go.
up to see?
What?
Do you want me to turn it up to see?
Um, yeah, just go ahead and turn it up a little bit. I don't know. No, it's no big deal. Don't worry about it. I think it's just my headphones. So, I don't know. I went over there. I went over to the Orleans yesterday, and the reserves are doing the testing for COVID-19. The National Guard,
Right.
which I guess capacity hospitals. America's lost their ass.
Right. And the hospitals are hurting right now. And so they laid off and they furloughed a bunch of medical staff as it is to the hospitals because the hospitals, are bankrupt. They had to lay people off. So it would seem that they easier, right? Put that buck on the federal government by having the National Guard.
Yeah. So Rob Hallahan says if they would have just stuck to brokers gouging and transparency, safety and training would get better on its own. Here's the thing, Rob. I agree with you partially there, but I think safety and training is going to get better on its own right now. I think thinning this herd and the ones that will fall off will be some of the most unsafe. Rob, do we really need to look at Washington and analyze it? Because I know what Herdrich will tell me. I know what you will tell me. And I know what SPB will tell me. I don't need to say it on the air. I don't. I don't. I don't. Real drivers, real talk. That's all I have to say. Seriously. No. I,
Breathe it out.
those are my people right there.
I get it.
I, this guy right here, is it Rob Hallahan?
Uh huh.
Showtime himself? Herdrich? Yeah. And like you said, when they want them gone, they will get escorted off that street. Constitution Avenue. Oh, God. Get on. Get it.
Right.
You will be moved.
Right. The police and the authorities have been pretty cool about
Well,
it.
that
Right
crap
now,
they
so
pulled
far.
yesterday. You know what? And then two poops, two scoops. Brian Brosley. Oh God! Here we go again. Here we go again. So how long before Landa starts asking for $50 a month? God, it's a joke. It's a joke. Let's talk about the safety in the meat packing plants on the news right now. Right? Oh boy, man, it's going down. It's going down. Let's talk about Nacho Daddy forcing people to sign a waiver to go to work so they can't. They're signing their lives away.
Right, and on that, saying that I just was reading on the unemployment site yesterday that here in Nevada, if we are called back and we refuse to go back to that job just because we feel that it's unsafe, uh, our claims, our unemployment will be denied. We're not allowed to stay on unemployment. We have to submit and write and would have to prove that the company itself doesn't have enough safety measures in place.
Things are about to get very ugly, is what I'm saying.
Right.
Things are about to get very, very ugly as far as I can see. But that's why I need to stay, the driver's side needs to stay focused. The driver's side needs to keep going and keep moving forward with these people that are doing what they have to do and making the right moves as companies and hiring drivers like Renee Anderson. Renee, I know why Rob went out. Rob wasn't even hiring, technically. But when a good driver comes on the market, you take them, you grab them
Right.
because there's a quality driver shortage. Hello.
Right.
Anyway,
Well,
let's.
and the men and women that you associate with and that you highlight that is gets highlighted are the ones who are successful business owners and operators.
Oh, okay. So the thing. Wait, I'm sorry. I totally. I'm gonna get choked.
Yeah, you are. Because you gave me crap yesterday that I'm not paying attention, that I'm paying attention to them. So I have my phone down, not responding, and you totally just ignored anything I said. You didn't hear a word
I
I
sure
said.
did.
That was going to their
I
comments.
sure did.
Now, how is that? How is that fair? That's a double-edged
I
sword
love
right
you.
there. No.
Anyway, so I'm sorry. Man. I'm sorry. I'm so annoyed right now because that's why I have to have you here though because I'll go off.
You're going off. Because what I was saying is that we highlight the positive people within the industry and how they're successful, that they know how to run businesses, and it's a business,
It's a business, right? Right.
right? And how to get through economical hardships.
I love all these news outlets like Transportation Nation. Chief of Staff promises. President Trump's chief of staff promises actions on hours of service. Well, technically, if they want to be technical, they already did it. They extended them through the pandemic.
Right, and those extension of hours of service, people need to remember too that it's for those who are delivering
Essential goods.
what they consider right
Yeah.
during this
Yeah.
time.
And then it has a picture of pisses me off because he's wearing a Giants jersey and I'm a Giants fan. And then stepping back from DC, Mister BS himself. Here's the funny thing. I have a buddy named Max that worked at TQL, and I saw him yesterday. I'm going to see him today, so we'll see what happens there. ADHD? Who? Me, Shelly? I know. Hours of serves, our HOS waiver extended. There's your. Oh man. Oh, it looks like they retracted one. It's a joke. It's a big joke. What's up, Lisa? What's up, bro? Truckers Hard to Go. Check out Truckers Hard to Go. John Freese. Uh, that's exactly what he was referring to. I don't know what you're talking about there. All right. It's cool that truckers want to gather together and protest, but only enough trucks simply stopped moving. They'd come to us to see what could be done. Yeah, if trucks actually shut down, yeah, you get your actual industry back. So, Brandon Carpenter, farmers are looking at the very real potential of having to kill entire herds of animals. It's beyond crazy the emotional and economical impact of this. Imagine being the guy who has to kill a whole barn of hogs and letting them go to waste. Well, yeah, that's.
Well, with the stores limiting right now, there's some farmers though that are basically selling on the roadside.
Well, I'm going to it now because I saw it yesterday, and the lady that did it, she nailed it. I thought it was great. I thought it was awesome. It's this lady here.
So here I am off work today, and I'm at the grocery store. And there's 4 people in my family, and I want 4 steaks. I get to the counter, and they say, I'm sorry, we can only sell you 2. 2? But there's 4 people in my family. Well, to keep our meat supply up, I can only sell you 2. Meat supply? There are cattle ranchers and pork producers that they're making the terrible choice to either stop producing meat, having to kill what they have, or sell directly to the consumer. People, if you don't know what's going on, you got your mask over your eyes. This is absolutely ridiculous. If you don't think that this is their way to destroy the cattle industry and our production of any kind of food that we do here in the United States so they can peddle their beyond meat crap, you have lost your...
Have a loving mind. She's going to buy a cow today, by the way. That's what's going on. I mean, this is reality. Meat shortage, you're being controlled. It's just crazy. You're losing it. Am I losing? I've lost it, John. John, but we love you. Yeah. Bro. Yeah. I don't get it because now we're coming back to sports without fans.
Yeah.
But before I go to sports without fans, I didn't know my dog ate grapes yesterday,
Yeah.
and I had to force my dog to drink peroxide. Hydrogen peroxide to force it to throw up. That was crazy.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so, but that's an important message because a lot of drivers have animals in their cars and in their trucks, and they probably get all kinds of snacks, just like Gemma does. Gemma decided to eat the
Yeah.
grapes that were left on the table by herself, but grapes are highly poisonous and
Yeah.
toxic
Didn't
to
know that.
dogs. Right, and so when I was telling you we had to call the vet, remember the little girl who answered the phone was like, oh, she'll probably be okay from 5 grapes.
Right.
But let me go ask the vet. And then she's like, yep, induced vomiting right now.
Dude's vomiting right now. I was like, oh God.
Yeah, so we had to shove hydrogen peroxide down her to induce vomiting. And it worked like a charm. Within 15 minutes, up it all came.
Right. That was crazy. It's crazy.
So
All right,
that's a good tip. So anyone that
peroxide if your dog's eating something that you don't
peroxide.
feel they should have eaten peroxide.
right of a
Boom,
plant or
done.
anything else, because that's what the vet's going to give them to induce the vomiting
Done.
and get it out.
Crazy. All right, let's go to some comments. Let's go to Rob Hallahan. She nailed it right there. The government is causing the shortages. She did nail it. I like that lady.
Who?
The meat lady.
Oh yeah, she was funny.
We used to have, that's funny. The meat lady. We used to have a meat lady when I was growing up. My mom would buy stolen meat. There was a lady that would go to the grocery stores and steal meat, and then she'd go to houses and sell it. My mom would buy it. Hey, just say it, bro.
Right. I think that's what happens. Like when some of those, you know, how back in the day, oh, it fell off the truck. Remember we watched that program, The Irishman,
Yeah.
and then he would sell it. He'd go out with all the meat, and he's like, I don't know how half of it's gone or it's all gone because he was selling it on the side.
Right. It fell off a
over here
truck.
in town, there's a lot of them for like the Angus meat that in the trucks that would
Right.
go down at the end of the day. Oh, I have all these left over.
There's one up at the mall every day
Right?
selling steaks.
Yeah. See?
All right. Bob Hopper. But bars opened in Baraboo, Wisconsin last night, and my Snapchat blew up with people celebrating something. Oh, boy. Bob, why do you have Snapchat? Why does Bob Hopper have Snapchat?
Well, Snapchat was really kind of popular at one point, so I could see that.
Shelly Conway, I love you. I believe it's the stores trying to rack up profits by creating a shortage and causing panic buying. Drivers are delivering to the DCs, but it's not making it to the stores as it's a profit ploy. That's what worries about me is the shit that's being pulled now. Excuse my language. I know that the restaurants being closed it caused a lot of issues for the farmers as far as food, but I think that, yeah, I think there's something else in the water. But then I'm not a conspiracy theorist guy, but I don't know. I don't get what's going on. Wisconsin's getting ready to open everything back up. Is that true? Is that true? Is Wisconsin getting ready to open everything back up? I think that is true because I saw something on our news about Wisconsin last night, and I'm getting ready to head to Wisconsin.
Right. I know that. Well, I don't know about. I don't remember about Wisconsin. I think Wisconsin had a slight surge, but I know that. Remember, I told you that Kansas City, Missouri, because you fly into Kansas City. Kansas City, Missouri had seen pretty good surge, and that was a few days ago. But with more testing going on, there's going to be more cases. So you got to take that into context too.
Well, Bob Hopper says certain countries stayed closed. Well, we're seeing on our end, Bob, that the ones that did open up are starting to have sections closed back down. They're
Right.
having hot spots. They're having reoccurrences, resurges, all that crap.
Right.
So, which is not okay. It's not. It's not. All right. Let's go to Rob Hallahan. Rob Hallahan. Wendy's won't sell a double or single burger, and McDonald's has a limited menu because of yeah. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So wait till Vegas opens up. I'm curious on that how that works. I'm curious on how when Vegas opens back up. I'm curious how it's going to work. We are Sin City.
Right.
You come here to break the rules.
I don't know. Kind of part of me is torn on that. I think there's going to be kind of an initial surge, not what they want to see, and then it's going to calm down. I mean, look how everyone responded when the beach opened or when restaurants opened, that everyone just free nilly went out because they were just tired of being locked down. And it could quite possibly be that that will happen. When Vegas opens, there'll be an initial
I
surge.
already
Woof.
I already know it is. I got one person on here, Lisa. She's going to be up and down Fremont Street like a regular on Fremont Street that lives on Fremont Street. She knows what I'm saying. She's already posted. Lisa posts pictures of. Oh, I can't wait to see my favorite bartender. He's gonna be pouring me a drink. Right.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. I think the initial surge will be there
Yeah.
because of the excitement of it being open and people just tired of being in lockdown and being not able to do what they want. But that I think the reality is going to kind of sink in, and then it'll slow down. That don't really have the money, or I'm unemployed, or maybe that's not the best idea right at the moment. That's just my opinion on it.
All right. Might be the best way to lose to a weight loss program this country has ever seen. You're stupid. You better be careful there, buddy. I'm playing with fire. Yeah. Like Lisa said, you know it. She gonna be on Fremont Street. Lisa's a nut. Shelly Conley. Exactly, Sheila Campbell. The supposed spike in cases is related to more testing. It is. Yeah, it is. Keith Becker. If there's such a huge meat shortage, how are all these restaurants that are starting to reopen getting their meat? Yeah, couldn't tell you, Keith. We're not seeing a lot of restaurants reopen. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, that's to be continued there. Because I'm going to get out there. I'm going to start talking to these people.
Right. There's a lot of restaurants who have decided to stay closed until everything is completely open again because it's just not worth it profit wise for them.
Uh, Lee Southworth on the news here in Utah saying we are doing better than other states. Utah's doing better than other states, we're hearing. So, Bob Hoppe, Wisconsin Supreme Court overthrew the Democrat governor's stay at home extension. That's what I saw in the news. I saw that. Yeah, that's what we saw in the news.
Oh yeah. The Supreme Court.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So
Well,
Wisconsin's
some of them are getting kind of crazy. I mean, I think it's kind of crazy. I get as far as Los Angeles, that they're kind of the hot spot in California and have been, but to say that LA County has to stay locked down until July, while other
Yeah.
counties, surrounding counties around them can't, or they can open, that they don't have to. So wouldn't it just mean that the people in LA are just going to go to the other counties?
Yeah, pretty much. It's crazy.
I mean, how is that containment? How does that do any good?
I don't know, but I'll say this: my cousin Vinny lives in Orange County. I'm gonna go see him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go see him. Maybe here in the next few days, or when I get back. I might go sooner, but I know cousin Vinny. He works at Miller, and he knows what's going on. So I'm gonna have to visit with him. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I know summer's here and the River House is about to open up.
He's probably heading to the river this weekend.
No, last time I talked to him the other day, he was working. So cousin Vinny. Everybody should have a cousin Vinny. Everybody should have a cousin Vinny. All right, let's go to Brandon. Ohio restaurants are opening first day for Friday, but only at 50% capacity. How is it even going to be profitable to open? Will they charge more? So much unknown. Right. I don't know how some of these people are going to make it because we're like some are 25 capacity, some are 50% capacity. Some are not opening up at all until they can fully open up.
Right.
Some of these big boxes. So it's going to tell you about the nuts. Not sure what you're saying there, Billy. But this is going to bring out a lot of ugliness, and it's going to bring some things to the surface, and I think it already has. Just because the circus is open doesn't mean you have to attend. I think I posted that the other day. Here's my issue, Bob. Nobody has to attend, but somebody get them a ringmaster. Somebody get them a ringmaster. It's a 3-ring circus without a ringmaster.
That's what Bob just said.
Right, that's what I'm reading.
Oh, yeah. I was like, oh.
Yeah, he said just because it's a circus doesn't mean you need to go. No. And I would never go to a circus without a ringmaster. That's for sure. Things are crazy. Things are nuts. I don't know what to say. I'm at a complete loss with people, technically. And I still, and I probably will never, ever, 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 ever trust the government. With that being said, you guys are the heartbeat of America. You should be treated like the heartbeat of America. Remember to always keep your shiny side up, rubber side down, and to make money in the trucking industry, you better know the industry. Period. See you tomorrow, guys.